Hi there, it's Louise, and today I'm sharing a scrapbook layout process video created for the Scrapbook Boutique November 2017 mood board. Now, what fun we've got for you with this red theme going on, and I've taken some of the images from the mood board and created this strawberry inspired page. Now, a couple of different things I'm going to go through with this particular layout. Firstly, I want to show you this Becky Higgins Project Life Azure 12 by 12 collection. And I saw this in the store and I knew straight away that this was right up my alley. It's got some beautiful reds, some neutrals, the patterns of the papers are amazing, and really there's so much value and so many papers in that collection that you can make so many pages. Now, the first thing I've done is I've taken some of the red elements from that collection and I'm going to start to build a background. Now, at this point, I had picked my photo based on the fruit sort of elements of the mood board, and I knew I was going to use red, obviously, because it was a red mood board, but I really had no other thoughts on what I wanted to do after that. So I've prepped my page with some clear gesso, and I'm just taking this stencil and drawing through it with a pencil. Now, over those pencil lines, I've decided that I'm going to colour with my distress crayons, and I've just done a little test just to check which colour is going to suit my background papers the most. Given my page a light spray with water, that just helps the crayons to react when you smudge them, and then I'm just drawing over those pencil lines with the crayon. Now, I have left the pencil lines as part of sort of those explosion of red, and it gives you that little blackness in the middle. So I actually quite like that. It didn't bother me that it was there, but I would certainly understand if you wanted to get rid of that. Now, I'm liking the way the background looks with that explosion of distress crayon, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do next? How am I going to break that up a little bit? So I decided to pop some stamping along those lines. I don't love it at this point, but I'm rolling with it because I'm hoping that if I have a play around with some textures and some elements and some more background papers and layers, I may be able to turn this into a layout that I actually like. And I think if you look at the final product, which is so different to what I would normally create, I really like how it's come out. It's such a simple layout to put together, and it's quite striking when you reach that final stage. Now, adding some of my favourite elements to the page, and that is, of course, the rug mesh. So I'm actually cutting it to fit inside some of those sunburst rays, and that is just, again, adding that texture. I'm not filling all of them up, and I'm not being too particular about it. It's purely just to add texture and, lift that background a little bit. So mounting my photo onto some black card, and I then decide that I need something under the photo, but I don't want to use just paper layers. So I've used the Cricut and I've cut this sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's circular in background because I've got lots of straight lines and lots of texture already in that background, but I wanted something to break that up. Now, also while I was using my Cricut, I cut my title, and this is just created with a font that I downloaded for free. Now, I've cut it 3 times, and then I have glued them one on top of the other. Once they're dry, I'm going to treat them with some of the Mink reactive paint. Now, I'm dabbing it on with a sponge, so if you like a smoother finish with your Mink, then you'll need to paint it on and you'll probably need to give it a couple of coats. But I sort of like the broken up look a little bit where it's not completely covered. And you can see that it's sort of shiny. It's also a little bit tacky when you touch it. But certainly if you like your Mink or your foiling to be really get excellent coverage, then give it 2 coats. I've only done 1 because that's my preference. I like that broken up look, but certainly do whatever you like. And I haven't had the Mink out for a little while, but I felt like this mood board with the red really gave me an opportunity to highlight that beautiful foil that comes with the minking. And I love the way the title looks on the finished page. Now, because I'd used that reactive paint from Mink, I did end up with a little bit of sticking on my mat, but off camera I've just gone ahead and used a spatula to move that a little bit. So I'm loving this title, and I'm simply titling the page Strawberry Love, and finally I've just added a little charms creation in that bottom right hand corner. So that's my finished page. I hope you're inspired to play along with our November mood board. Don't forget to check out Scrapbook Boutique for all of the supplies used in this video. Thanks for watching.